Om. 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 शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very blissful morning to every one of you. Welcome to this beautiful, most attractive, holiest of the holy temples which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We are trying to understand the meaning of the shlokas from Shivananda Lahari. 100 such shlokas are there. Each one is oozing out with the devotion. Devotion to Paramashiva, or you can simply say Parabrahma, in the form of Paramashiva. We have seen up to shloka number 62. Today we will see from 63. मार्गावर्तितपादुका पशुपतेः अङ्गस्य कूर्चायते गण्डूशाम्बुनिषेचनं पुररिपोः दिव्याभिषेकायते किञ्चिद्भक्षितमांसशेषकबलं नव्योपकारायते भक्तिः किं न करोत्यहो वनचरो भक्तावतं सायते. Same shloka in raga. मार्गावर्तिता पादुका पशुपते अङ्गस्य कूर्चायते गण्डूशाम्बुनिषेचनं पुररिपो दिव्याभिषेकायते किञ्चिद्भक्षित मांसशेषकबलं नव्योपकारायते भक्ति किं न करोत्यहो वनचरो भक्तावतं सायते. This is about the story of Kannan or Kannappan, who was an Nayanar. He was an aboriginal hunter who was dwelling in the forest, and one story says that he was the son of the chief of the hunters. So from his birth, he had been listening to the words, "See the bird, kill the bird, come on, shoot the bird, or shoot that animal." So like this only, he has been hearing from his childhood. One day, he also has become an accomplished hunter now. He saw one Shivalinga. He does not know anything about civilization. Civilized manners, what we call as manners, he did not know anything about it. But there was an urge from within that I want to worship this Shivalinga. He did not know anything much about Shiva then. But the urge was there from within that I should worship this. He was not well educated, not a learned man, definitely not a scholar, had not studied any scriptures, has not learned from anybody how to worship. What is the custom or tradition of worshipping, that also he did not know. But urge was there from within to worship. So how to worship? He himself decided a way to worship that Shivalinga. He was filling his mouth with water, filling the mouth with water from a nearby stream and coming to the Shivalinga and spitting it on Shivalinga, because the Shivalinga used to become dirty every day. It was in the forest, so whenever there is breeze, some dust would come settle on the Shivalinga, so he used to feel that it is becoming very dirty. How to wash? He did not have any vessel to bring water. So he used to fill his mouth with water and then spit it on the Shivalinga and then clean it. Then he would offer any food that he gets. In the forest he would get some fruits or berries or so. Not only that, he would kill some, hunt some animals, and the meat from that animal, that he would offer even without cooking, because in those days aboriginals, hunters did not know the way of cooking. They themselves used to eat like that. So whatever he was eating, that he would offer to the Shivalinga. This he was doing for quite a number of days. One day Shiva wanted to test the depth of his devotion. So that particular day, this person, initially he was known as Tinnan. This hunter, as usual, filled his mouth with water and came and washed, and some fruit, berry or some meat was there that is offered, and suddenly he looked at the Shivalinga. The place where the eye would have been there, that was bleeding. That portion of the Shivalinga was bleeding, left eye. He was shocked. What happened to him? What happened to the Shiva? Oh, something has gone wrong. So, immediately he gouged out his left eye with the help of the sharp object that the hunters carry. He gouged out his eye and put it in the place of the eye of Shivalinga. Wherever the eye would have been there and it was bleeding, that portion was bleeding, there he kept this eye and it got stuck nicely. Bleeding immediately stopped. He was extremely happy. As he was with joy, suddenly he saw the right side also. Where the right eye would have been there, that place also started bleeding. Without even going for a second thought, he understood that something has happened to the right eye of Shiva. He immediately had to gouge out his right eye, but he thought, if my left eye is gone, if I remove my right eye, I will not be able to see where to place this eye on the Shivalinga. Where should I place it? How to locate that place? So he lifted his foot. He was wearing one kind of slipper made out of the tree's bark only. He lifted his foot and kept the foot on the linga where the right eye would have been there. And then he gouged out the second, that is the right eye, and then placed it on the position where he had kept his foot. He didn't even think that I would become blind in future. I will not be able to see anything. How will I go back home? How will I work? How will I hunt? That thought was absent. No such thought, because the love for Shiva was so much. Oh, this eye also is bleeding. What can I do? I can pluck my eye and keep it for Shiva. That's all the thought was. The moment he did it, Shiva was extremely pleased with the devotion. If at all we have to give something, including an old sari, we decide to give old sari to the maid. It's my own experience I am telling you. 3-4 saris we may keep to give the maid the next day. Then once again I go through the 3-4 saris. Then think that no, one of them is very good. I can wear it another few times. Then I can give it to her. Why should I give her when it is very brand new, or when it is very good to wear? I should not give. When it is torn or cannot be wearable by me, then I will give to my maid. So from the 4, one more goes back to my cupboard. Then the next day, before giving it to her, again I think, this color is very good. When I get another saree of this color, then I will give it. So the second one also comes back to the cupboard. 2, I may give if it is really torn, I cannot wear it at all. Then I pat myself, wow, what charity I am doing. I am giving 2 saris to my maid. Means we keep on thinking. Instead of thinking about the benefit of the other person, we think of my loss. How much will I lose? 2 saris. Even if I have got cupboard full of saris, the heart has not become that pure to give away 2 saris which have become old. Look at this hunter. Not educated, not learned, not studied Bhagavad Gita, not studied any scripture for that matter, does not know any tradition, any custom. But the heart is pure. The love is pure. The devotion is pure. He saw Shiva in that stone. Shivalinga is only a stone for us. For him it was not so. We know this is among the sense organs, eye. Eye is the most precious organ. We can't do anything without eye. He knew that. In spite of that, he immediately has taken out his eye. First the left eye, then again the third, second eye also he has given. Without even thinking about anything, because the devotion was so pure. So deep. Immediately pleased by his devotion, Shiva appears there and then gives back his 2 eyes. And he gets all the knowledge. He is known by the name Kannappa Nayanar. As we all know, Alvars and Nayanars. Alvars were Vishnu devotees, Nayanars were Shiva devotees. So many, 63 I think, so many such Nayanars were there. You can call them as poet devotion, like poet devotees. They used to write a lot of hymns or poems on Paramashiva. Of course, all the Tamilians know about it. It is Tirumurai. Now, this shloka is about this particular incident. Margavartita paduka pashupatehe angasya kurchayate. Margavartita paduka. That hunter who has worn this paduka has walked on all kind of roads. In those days, there were no proper roads. He walked everywhere in the forest. The dirt, everywhere he has walked. But the same foot he has kept on Shivalinga to identify or locate the place for the right eye of the Shivalinga. So that paduka, that kind of paduka becomes kurchayate, angasya kurchayate. It has become Shivalinga's kurcha. Kurcha is darba. You know, we keep darba on our head for any kind of kalasha snana, etc. For kalasha, on top of kalasha, we keep darba. So he says that foot where paduka has become like darba only because he has kept it on Shivalinga in this way. Then Gandusha Munishechanam Puraripoho Divya Abhishekayate. Gandusha Munishechanam, the mouth full of water that he was spitting on Shivalinga. Puraripuhu. Puraripu is name of Shiva because he is the enemy of Tripurasuras. We have seen the story. That has become Abhisheka. We fetch Ganga water. Supposed to be very sacred. We bring it in silver, gold coated kalasha, etc. We bring like that, pot with the gold or made of gold or silver, and then we pour it on Shivalinga and say that I have done Abhisheka with silver pot. All those are not that we should not be doing it, we can do, but more importance should be given to the devotion or love for Shiva. So what we consider as a crime probably, what is there in the mouth that I am spitting on Shivalinga, that has become Abhisheka. What kind of Abhisheka? Divya Abhisheka. See the words that are being used by Adi Shankaracharya. That has become Divya Abhisheka, not an ordinary Abhisheka. Then, Kinchit Bhakshita Mamsa Sheshaka Balam Navyopaharayate. Navya Upahara. Nice snacks for Shiva. What is that? Mamsa Sheshaka Balam Bhakshita. He tastes that. This Tinnan tastes that mamsa or meat and sees. Is it good taste? If it is yes, then offer it to Shiva. Come on Shiva, you also take. It is tasty. Like how Shabari tasted and then only gave it to Rama. Because she wanted to offer the best of the fruits to Rama, not ordinary. If at all it is tasteless, why should I offer it to Sri Rama? In the same way, this hunter also was doing. Bhakshita mamsa sheshaka balam. What remained after he has eaten. That has become best upahara, best naivedya for Shiva. How much do we offer? We also prepare with lot of devotion and offer. Not that we don't do it, we also do it definitely. But this is a different kind of devotion. Bhakti kim na karotyaho vanacharo bhaktavatam sayate. You are also vanachara. You are residing in the forest. Bhakti kim na karotyaho. If you are devoted, what cannot be achieved? We don't have to ask or seek for anything. This is what Adi Shankaracharya is advising us. We have a list of wishes, isn't it? He knows what is best for us. Why should we ask? Give me this, give me that. Is it necessary? He knows what is best for us. If something is given to us, accept it. Because Shiva knows what is best for me. If something is not given to me, accept that by not giving, Shiva has blessed me. Had I got it, probably something bad would have happened to me. So in this way we should be able to look at this. Look at such situations. Otherwise we get depressed, we get angry. And we show that anger with everybody in the family. Not only that, with God also we express that anger. Why didn't you give me that? We can show our anger with Shiva. If he doesn't bless us with the jnana or bless us with the devotion, yes, then we can fight with him. Not for anything that is worldly. Because he says, Bhakti kim na karotyaho. Vanacharo bhaktavatam sayate. What a devotee cannot achieve, anything and everything he can achieve, provided he has got this kind of devotion. One more point to be noted here. Shankaracharya was by birth a Brahmin. Initially he had given importance to that, but later on he was not giving any importance to caste. This is about a hunter, aboriginal hunter. So caste is not important. Knowledge of worshipping him, that is also not important. Learning the scriptures, that is also not important. Ways of worshipping, methods of worshipping, that also is not important. What is important? love for Shiva, devotion for Shiva. Who is talking? Adi Shankaracharya is saying this. So this point to be noted very, very clearly. Next shloka, shloka number 64. Vakshastadanamantakasya kathinaapasmara samvardhanam bubhrut paryatanam namatsurashiraha kotira sangharshanam karmedam mrudulasya tavakapada dvandvasya kim vochitam maccheto manipaduka viharanam shambho sadangi kuru. Vakshasthadanam antakasya kathinaapasmara samvardhanam bubhrut paryatanam namatsurashiraha kotira sangharshanam karmedam mrudulasya tavakapada dvandvasya kim vochitam maccheto manipaduka viharanam shambho sadangi kuru. A very touching prayer where Adi Shankaracharya says that Vakshastadanamantakasya kathina. Once again there is a story about Markandeya, the son of Mrukandu and Marudavati, a sage couple. They did not have a child for quite a few years. So they worshipped Shiva, and Shiva appeared in front of them and asked them, what kind of child do you want? A son who will live only for 16 years, but a great devotee of mine? Or a son who will live very long, but with bad behavior, not a good behavior? Which one do you prefer? The couple said, the one who lives for 16 years also it's okay, but he should be your devotee. So Markandeya, son was born, named as Markandeya, or Nrukandu's son is given the name as Markandeya. Learns a lot about Shiva and develops great devotion for Shiva. As the 16th year approached, the parents were becoming jittery. 16 years approaching, fast approaching. Anytime he has to go back. They were a little worried. But Markandeya was not worried. He was worshipping Shiva. And one day, that is the last day of his 16 years, he was worshipping Shiva, and at the end he hugged Shivalinga so tight. Just it was his time to get back, so Yamadutas came there. They were not able to touch him because Markandeya was hugging Shivalinga or hugging Shiva, so they could not touch him. They went back and reported to Yama, we are not able to do anything. So Yama said, I myself will come. So he came, and he carries a rope with him. So he threw the rope on Markandeya's head, but that noose fell on Shivalinga also. Markandeya's head as well as Shivalinga, because Markandeya was hugging Shivalinga so tight. So it was as good as putting the noose on Shiva also. Shiva got very wild. He is birthless and deathless. Now Yama is putting the nose on Shiva also. So he got very wild, and he appeared there, and he kicked the chest of Yama. To protect Markandeya, he kicked Yama. And Markandeya was blessed as to become a Chiranjeevi. So now Adi Shankaracharya feels that Yama is such a hard person. We say heartless. Because any child also he simply takes away. That's what we feel. Or even Adi Shankaracharya feels so, that Yama is very hard, kathora. Vakshasthadanam antakasya kathina. He is very kathina or kator. Cruel-hearted. Yama is cruel-hearted. Such a cruel-hearted person's heart must be very hard. But Shiva, you had to kick his hard heart. Your feet are like lotus and so soft. You must have got hurt, no Shiva. Vakshaha Tadanam Antakasya. Antaka is a name for Shiva. His Katina heart you have kicked. How much it must have hurt you. Then, Apasmara Samvardhanam. Apasmara. Apasmara is, you can say that a devil for all the diseases. Especially for the nerves, the diseases of nerves, nervous disorders or epilepsy. And all kind of diseases, including mental diseases. This gives the picture of Nataraja. Shiva in the form of Nataraja. Dancing. Tandava Nritya. There are two kinds of Tandava Nritya, Ananda Tandava and Rudra Tandava. There are stories also about these both the Tandavas. One day, Parvati and Paramashiva were having some pleasant talks. So he wanted to dance. He said he got the urge to dance in front of everybody. So the goddess invited everybody there. All the gods and devatas and of course all the pure-hearted people, all were invited, all were there. And he started dancing. And everybody was filled with complete bliss. He was happy. Everybody else also was happy, including the mother. Mother was so happy that she told Shiva at the end of the program, ask for a boon. Your dance was amazing. Your Tandava was amazing. Ask for a boon. So he says, whoever witnesses this Tandava called as Ananda Tandava, they should get happiness always or bliss always. So mother blesses. This is Ananda Tandava. Then Rudra Tandava. Some of the people who were Shiva devotees, but they felt that they have got high level of devotion, so that their ego, ahankara, grew like anything. One day they were performing some puja with their wives, as couple. Shiva and Parvati came there in the form of beggars. The wives of these people, who were also pure-minded, they could see Shiva and Parvati in this beggar couple. But unfortunately, because of the ego, these men did not see that. They saw them only as beggars. So they wanted to chew them away. Shoo, go from here. Then they threw snakes also on them so that they go away, run away from there. They did not see Shiva there, who is the controller of all the snakes. Then, snakes could not do anything to this beggar couple. Then they called this Asura by name Apasmara, who is the king of all the diseases. So they told this Apasmara, commanded the Apasmara to attack the lady beggar. So Apasmara went and attacked this lady beggar. Shiva got very wild. So he stamped, like trampling on this Apasmara and kills that Apasmara and does his Tandava. With one leg on Apasmara, one leg lifted. This is Rudra Tandava. He kills that Asura, Apasmara Asura. So it is said that if we worship Shiva, if you chant this particular 64th shloka, people who have got some nerves problem, fits, we call it as epilepsy, and any kind of mental disorders, this shloka is a cure for it. And Nataraja with the 4 hands has got one hand Damaru, represents the creation, Nada Brahma. On the left top, he has got fire for destruction. And the down right side Abhaya Mudra, I am there to protect you. And the 4th one, left down hand, he is pointing it towards his feet. Crosses the left hand in this way and points it towards the feet. That is, if you surrender at his feet, he is ready to take care of us. So imagine, Adi Shankaracharya is imagining that you have killed that devil Apasmara with your foot. Your foot must have got hurt because you are killing, trampling on that Rakshasa. Apasmara Samvardhanam, Bhubburut Paryatanam. Yo Shiva, you are wandering everywhere in this world. There are so many places which are very, very hard, Shiva. And you are walking around like this. Namatsura Shira Kotira Sangharshanam. There are so many devatas who are wearing the kiritas, diadems, made out of all the navaratnas or gems, etc. They are all very hard. So the kirita has become very hard. They are all prostrating to you. While walking, you may step on that kirita. Your feet are very soft and those diadems are very hard, Shiva. But you are walking and they are all prostrating to you. You may walk on those kiritas also. Your feet will be hurt, Shiva. Karmedam mrudulasya tavakapada dvandvasya timvochitam. This is your duty. You have to go around everywhere. But your feet are very, very delicate. Komala. Then there is a solution, Shiva, for this. What is that? Maccheto manipaduka viharanam shambho sadangi kuru. My mind, my heart, made out of money. Beautiful gem is there. My mind is a beautiful gem. Why don't you make this as your paduka? Such a wonderful prayer. Please accept this. I am offering my mind, not an ordinary mind, Shiva. It is also a gem. Maccheto, money. This mind, which is like a gem, because it is very pure now. I have been worshipping you. I have been chanting your nama. It has become pure, Shiva. So, Sada Angi Kuru. Wear this mind as your footwear always. Then you go around anywhere. No problem. However hard you kick on, Yama, no problem. Why? My mind is your footwear. That is very hard. You know how our mind is. Very hard. Not at all soft, isn't it? If at all it is soft, we will be having love for everybody. But which is not so. So it is hard. So that hardness of my mind, which is being used by you as paduka or footwear, will protect your soft feet, Shiva. Please, I am offering it. Why don't you accept? So he says, Sada Angi Kuru. Please accept it. What a beautiful prayer it is. Think, imagine that. Shiva is wearing our mind as footwear. And he is walking around. Just you can imagine that. Shiva, it serves your purpose. It will protect your feet. It will serve my purpose also, Shiva. My mind is also having the print of your heart. Always your footprints will be there on my heart. What more do I need? Such a wonderful, wonderful prayer this is. Move on to the next shloka. 65th shloka. Vakshastadana shankaya vichalito vaivasvato nirjaraha kotirojjvala ratna deepakalika nirajanam kurvate drishtva muktivadhustanoti nibhrita bhavani pate yachetastava pada padma bhajanam tasyeha kim durlabham. Vakshastadana shankaya vichalito vaivasvato nirjara kotirojjvala ratnadeepakalika nirajanam kurvate drishtva muktivadhustanoti nibhrita shlesham bhavani pate yachetastava pada padma bhajanam tasyeha kim durlabham. Vakshastadana shankaya vichalito vaivasvataha. Vaivasvata is Yama. Now he is getting scared. Yama is getting scared of Shiva because already he has experienced one kick from Shiva. Just now what the story that we have narrated, the same thing now appears here. So he is scared. Now he is scared of all Shiva devotees. Next time if I put a noose on any Shiva devotee's neck, Amma, I am going to get one more kick. So, Tadana Shankaya, Vichalitaha, he moves away. Who moves away? Yama moves away from a Shiva devotee because of the fear of kick by Shiva. Nirjaraha kotirojjvala ratna deepakalika. Nirjaraha. Jara is old age. Nirjara. No old age at all. For whom? Devatas. For all the Devatas, there is no fear of old age at all. How many are there? There are so many. They are all prostrating to Shiva. So he says, Adi Shankaracharya says that, now this looks like Nirajana. For whom? Not for Shiva, for a Shiva devotee. Yama moves away from the Shiva devotee. Because the devotee's mind is always with Shiva, Devatas who are prostrating with their kirita or diadems, so many are there, and all jig, 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 jig is shining. It looks as though they are all doing Nirajana. For they are doing for Shiva, but Shiva devotee is there with Shiva. It is as good as Shiva's devotee also getting that Nirajana. Drishtva mukti vadhustanoti nibhrita ashlesham bhavani pate. Seeing this, Mukti Vadhu, the bride, the shy bride called Mukti, Ashlesha. Ashlesha is embrace, tight hug. She gives a tight hug or she embraces Shiva devotee. Then, Yat Cheta Tava Pada Padma Bhajanam Tasyeha Kim Durlabham. For a devotee whose mind is always immersed in your bhajana, your thoughts, your namasmarana, namasankirtana, or thoughts, or reading about Shiva. Tasyeha kim durlabham. What cannot be achieved by a Shiva devotee? Yama himself moves away from him. All the Devatas are offering Nirajana to a Shiva devotee. And the bride called Mukti embraces the Shiva devotee. What is not possible for a Shiva devotee? What cannot be achieved by a Shiva devotee? Because everything is blessed. Every situation is blessed by him. Every person that we come in contact is His blessing. So let us not fight with anybody. Let us not find faults with anybody. Let us not find fault with any situation. Tena vina trinamapi na chalati. Without your consent, even a grass cannot move. Nothing happens without His consent. That is proved here in the next shloka, shloka number 66. Kridartham srujasi prapanchamakhilam Krida mrigaste jana Yat karma charitam maya cha bhavatah Prityai bhavatyeva tat Shambho swasya kutugalasya karanam Macheshtitam nishchitam Tasman mamakarakshanam pashupate Kartavyameva tvaya. Everything is created by that Parabrahma. We say that it is His Leela, His play. Here Adi Shankaracharya says the same thing. Kridhartham srujasi prapanchamakhilam. The whole universe has been created by you just for your play, your Leela. Krida mrigaha te jana. All of us, all the jana, whoever all people are, your playthings. Like you have the dolls. There is a play with the dolls also. They tie the thread to the fingers and the dolls are there and the fingers are not visible, hands of the people are not visible, only the dolls dancing is visible. This is a great program to watch. The hands of the dolls are lifted by the thread which is tied to the finger of the people who are doing it, controlling it. So he says the same thing here. Krida mrigaste jana yat karma charitam maya cha bhavata prite bhavatyeva tat. Whatever action is performed by me, who has done it, Shiva? You are the one who making me do all this. Why? Because for your happiness. You have created me for your happiness. And all actions, yat karma charitam, acharitam, whatever karma is done by me, is for your pleasure. You have created me. Similarly, Shambho swasya kutuhalasya karanam, yat cheshtitam nishchitam. It is for your interest. Kutuhala here is your interest. You are making me do all this for your interest, your happiness. So, macheshtitam nishchitam. All these cheshtas my mind is doing. Definitely, it is you who is doing this. Tasman mamakarakshanam pashupate kartavyam eva tvaya. You have created me. You have created the universe. You are making me do all these actions. I am not responsible. So my protection, taking care of me, mamakarakshanam pashupate kartavyam evam tvaya. It is your compulsory duty to do it now. To protect me. What am I doing? You are the one making me do all this. You are the one who created me. You are the one who created this universe. All actions are performed through me by you. You are the one who is doing this. Am I responsible for all this now? No, I am not responsible. So it is your duty to protect me. How beautifully throws the burden on Shiva. Burden of samsara, everything is thrown on Shiva now. Can we also throw? At the feet of Shiva, can we throw all this burden? Yes, we can. We can also do this just like how Adi Shankaracharya has done it. We can also do it, provided Complete surrender. Completely we have to surrender ourselves at His feet. How are we? We are like a peck of a sand. If you go to the beach, one small peck of a sand dancing on the beach and saying that this beach is existing because of me. We are like this. I have done this. I have done this, isn't it? So much of I is there. Ahankara is at the highest level. Where is the question of surrender? Whatever happens, Shiva, it's because of you. Good happens, it's because of me. Anything bad happens, it's because of Shiva. We are like this. We are ready to take the credits if anything good is there. I have done this. If anything appears bad, then no, I am not involved in that. No, I have done, but very little only. But if it is possible for us to love Shiva with the pure mind and surrender ourselves entirely to Him, then definitely He is ready to take care of us. That Rakshana, He knows it's His duty, but we are not allowing Him to take care. We tell the children also the same thing. I don't know. If you do like this, you will not get good marks at all. Then you will not get good seat in good college. You will not get a good job. You will not get good salary. You will not get a good wife or husband. Like this, don't we threaten the children? Consequences that you have to face. Isn't it? We do all this. But for our own selves, no such threatening. Only for others. So we have to threaten ourselves. If you surrender, what happens? If we don't surrender, what happens? Viveka, Vairagya, Tattvabodha, that concept we have to bring here. Discrimination. We should be able to discriminate. What is good for me, what is not good for me. Knowing this, we should be able to surrender at His feet. Move on to the next shloka, shloka number 67. Bahuvidha paritosha bhashpapura स्फुटपुलकाङ्कित चारुभोग भूमिं चिरपद फलकाङ्क्षि सेव्यमानां परम सदाशिव भावनां प्रपद्ये बहुविध परितोष बाष्पपूर स्फुटपुलकाङ्कित चारुभोग भूमिं चिरपद फलकाङ्क्षि सेव्यमानां परम सदाशिव भावनां प्रपद्ये बहुविध परितोष बाष्पपूर. Now he says, the heart has become pure. It's up and down, you see. It's same thing happens to us also. Sometimes we feel, so much of devotion is there in me. Sometimes I feel, why? That devotion is lacking, nothing is there. I'm thinking of, I'm only great. Why? So ups and downs are there till we reach that level. Same thing Adi Shankaracharya says here now, Bahuvidha paritosha bhashpa. Eyes are shedding tears of joy. When we sing some bhajans, we shed tears. When we read some particular lines, we shed tears. Suddenly it touches the heart, and not tears of sorrow, tears of joy. It's variety. You cannot explain what type exactly it is. Like how you cannot explain pain. Only when you experience, we know, headache. What is that kind of headache? It is different from hands pain, isn't it? That pain we know only if we undergo or when we experience it. Similarly, this Ananda Bhashpa also, variety, Bahuvidha. So many types are there. But all are Paritosha, Santosha. That kind of Bhashpa. tears. Bashpa is tears. Tosha, santosha or paritosha. Tears of joy. Sputapula kankita charu bhoga bhumi. Now he says, the field, the ground, bhumi. Bhumi is ground which is very fertile. Fertile because of tears of joy. Good water is there. So the ground has become very fertile. Now there, slowly some buds are coming up. What kind of buds are there? Pulaka. What we call as thrilling. All we are getting goosebumps. That is the buds. Buds are opening up slowly. Chirapada phalakankshi sevyamana. It is giving a fruit also. What kind of fruit? Chirapada phala. The final refuge. The final state. What we call as moksha. That kind of akanksha. Everybody is striving for moksha. So such pure-minded people are worshipping Shiva. Paramasada Shiva bhavanam prapatye. Bhavana here is meditation. They are all worshipping you through their meditation. In their meditation, Ananda Bashpa. Tears of joy rolling down. Worshipping whom? Parama Sadashiva. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara and Sadashiva. Brahma for creation. Vishnu for maintenance, sustenance. Rudra for destruction. Ishvara. If you remember, in Lalita Sahasrama, Panchakritya Parayana, Tirodhana is the fourth one. Disappearance from the world. Withdrawing onto himself. This is Tirodhana. Tirodhana Karishwari Sadashivanugrahada Panchakritya Parayana. Sadashiva is the final one. Final form. Parabrahma's 5 forms. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara, Sadashiva. The last one is Sadashiva. What does he do? Anugraha. We all go back to our original place at the end of Pralaya. Srishti, we come back. Pralaya, we go back. With all our vasanas, with the big baggage, we go back. Baggage is there with us. Again, the next Srishti, we come back. When we come back, this is Sadashiva, with his blessings, he brings us back. What all Papa karmas that we have done, the big baggage is Papa karma, Punya little only. It must be very, very cruel or very hard phalas are there waiting for us. But Sadashiva, compassionate he is. If we surrender to him, all these hard or cruel phalas become soft. Because of his blessings, Anugraha. Such Sadashiva, Adi Shankaracharya says, Prapadye, I worship him. How? With the bhavana. Not this customary way of doing archana, abhisheka. Adi Shankaracharya is not talking about that now. With that bhavana, with the dhyana. So Bhagavad Pada is giving more importance to dhyana here. Please, it should be noted that he is not against customary pujas, the tradition way of performing pujas. It is not that he is against it. But give more importance to the bhavana. That is when we can please that Parama Sadashiva. He'll be pleased with us when the mind is pure. Whenever we offer all the karmas to him with Ishwararpana Bhavana, Karma Yoga, offer everything at his feet and receive the phala as his prasada, whatever it is. We may be expecting some situation. It may not happen. It may be the opposite of it. Are we able to accept it as Ishvara Prasada? Yes, then this is Parama Sadashiva Bhavana. We need not sit with this kind of mudra, with the Padmasana, etc. Close our eyes. It is not possible for us. Maybe for a few minutes or some hours it may be possible. Throughout the day, can we be doing dhyana in that way? What Adi Shankaracharya is saying? Offer everything at his feet, karma yoga, upasana yoga, worship. Worship him in the traditional way if we want, or if we don't know, that also is okay. But mind should be at his feet. We may be offering Bilvapatra with the feeling that I am offering Bilvapatra to you. Who is that I? Ego, ahankara crops up. Every now and then it crops up. So we need that apasmara samvardhana. That Shiva has to dance on my mind, so that that kind of asura is thrashed completely. Otherwise, every now and then, I sprouts up. So when it is tears of joy, then we are meditating on Sadashiva. It is vice versa. When we are shedding tears of joy, it is Parama Sadashiva's anugraha. When we are meditating on Sadashiva, it is tears of joy. Once again, that is also his blessing. In various ways, we can experience his blessing. We don't give a thought to it. We give a thought only when we are in sorrow. We think of God only when we have tough situations to face. Now we should change it. Whenever I feel happy, oh, Shiva. Whenever I am with the person with who gives me happiness, oh, this is Shiva. We can try to make it a practice every now and then. Shiva, Sadashiva, or that Parabrahma, or Vishnu, whichever name it is, it doesn't matter. Finally, it is that Parabrahma who is only one. In different forms we worship. For one person, Vishnu may be Ishtadevata, one person, Shiva may be Ishtadevata. It doesn't make any difference. So here he says, Parama Sadashiva Bhavanam Prapadya. With this kind of meditation, I am worshipping you. Then, Bahu Vidha Paritosha Bhashpa. Variety of Ananda Bhashpa. The thrill that one person undergoes may be different. Another person undergoes, it will be different from that. Exactly like pain. Intensity of that bliss will go higher and higher as we grow and go further. That is why the path of spirituality is amazing. So why don't we tread this path? By chanting Namasmarana, we are all marching in this path. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu